Sam George versus DSTV. My views, popular views, but I'm doing say President Mahama should intervene. Why do I think President Mahama should intervene? A more comprehensive analysis and but seatbelt. Subscribe and click the notification. The video be to my bonus my should Mobekaya, Bra Sam George Ban announce a Minister for Communication on our ban also say what data package and I uploaded them. Kona medwen say a good policy. No, where they be ma I think an answer. Me am shebe. Say no yeah.
MultiChoice Ghana. I made the announcement that I had directed MultiChoice to be present at the ministry for a meeting. At that meeting, we requested a 30% reduction in pricing for subscribers of MultiChoice Ghana's packages. The meeting addressed public concerns about affordability, value for money, and fairness in service delivery. I made clear the ministry's expectation that pricing structures had to be responsive to Ghana's current economic context. I made a formal request of 30% reduction in the package pricing and gave a deadline of July 21st for a formal response from MultiChoice. On the 21st of July this year, I received a 9-page letter from MultiChoice detailing why they were refusing to reduce their pricing. Their reasons included that the cedi had depreciated in the preceding 8 years by 240%, and they claimed that my request for a reduction on the basis of the appreciation of the cedi was unfounded because, in their words, the appreciation of the Ghanaian cedi over the last 6 months has been a fluke which could not be sustainable. As minister, my fidelity is to the Ghanaian people. I have had to act in the interest of the Ghanaian people, and I believe that the Ghanaian people have been fleeced and exploited for too long. I wrote back to the NCA on Monday and directed the NCA in that letter to suspend the broadcasting license of DSTV effective 7th of August 2025 if they fail to effect a reduction in their bundle prices. I cannot, as minister, serving the Ghanaian people, continue to watch what can best be described as plain stealing happening to the Ghanaian people. In my letter to them, I gave them scenarios from 7 markets that DSTV is operating in. The same content in the premium bouquet that is offered to Ghanaians for $83 equivalent is offered to Nigerians for $29 equivalent. How can anyone explain this price disparity to me? Enough of the mistreatment of the Ghanaian consumer. They either comply with the reduction, because in Nigeria, in the same time frame that they say the Ghanaian cedi has depreciated by 240%, the Nigerian naira has depreciated by 409%. If Nigerians are paying equivalent of $29, DSTV must charge same here in Ghana, or we will suspend their broadcasting license effective 7th of August 2025.
Yes, Timothy and I'm saying, how is the minister saying this? The time I am seeing any a brown was Sam George etete data price and so on. As some more kind here.
Now let me be clear. My mandate as minister in a free market economy does not extend to interfering in the pricing by private sector investors. Just like the Minister for Trade does not have the power to direct GUTA members to drop their prices unilaterally, the Communications Minister cannot unilaterally direct price reductions.
Yes, okay, say, one, in a free market, it doesn't lie in the minister to determine the price of a private company. It can say, trade ministers won't determine price of GUTA. Therefore, only moral suasion will come in. Oh, Montessori are there. It's more yeah, no number some chain. Let me MultiChoice. Respond. Coming with MultiChoice on more tone on my platform no Ediama Canal Plus. Our transaction because for South Africa near there. So I just wanted to hold my breath, listen to MultiChoice near there. But me tea MultiChoice no. Me there. I say Sam George as some now walk no. Me ne ya dream Febi. Febi is reduce President Mahama me mama chire. Okay, MultiChoice statement, no say MultiChoice note to concern the recent statement by the Honorable Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, Mr. Samuel Nati George, regarding DSTV pricing in Ghana. It is regrettable that the Honorable Minister has taken this stance, notwithstanding our ongoing endeavors to engage with the Honorable Minister candidly and in good faith on this matter. In an effort to arrive at a resolution, we have made a proposal to the Honorable Minister and the NCA on an alternative further engagement. Having operated in Ghana for 30 plus years, we value our employees, contract staff, dealers, installers, agents, and retailers in Ghana. We are mindful of the dire implication that an impasse may have on you and your livelihood, and we assure you that we are committed to working together with the Honorable Minister and the NCA to resolve this matter. MultiChoice values its subscribers and endeavors at all times to keep DSTV subscription at as low as possible, despite the extremely challenging competitive and macroeconomic environment in which we operate, without compromising on customer choice and quality of the services we offer. I don't compare sentence analysis. Now let's do this. Okay, the third paragraph now say, having operated in Ghana for 30 plus years, we value our employees, contract staff, dealers, installers, agents, and retailers in Ghana. We are mindful of the dark implications that an impasse may have on you. Me dream say DSTV from the some communicate say, someone say it is legitimate. It is a legitimate concern why I think President Mahama should come in. Because they add on to the unemployment away system. So that third point is legitimate. Now, the fourth point, almost say, MultiChoice values its subscribers and endeavors at all times to keep DSTV subscription fees as low as possible, despite the extremely challenging competitive and macroeconomic environment in which we operate. And I'm doing some George, Nenti America sa compact plus April na dollar no 14 cedis to 14 cedis to $1. The exchange rate no. Na compact plus per me checks 685 Ghana cedis. July ya ye wo mean. And next second August dollar no 11 cedis to $1. Eswati by 3 cedis. Still amount for 685 for compact plus. So if your letter is saying that you endeavor at all times to keep DSTV subscription fees as low as possible, despite the extremely challenging competitive and macroeconomic environment, then when the macroeconomic indicators improve, it must reflect in your price in DSTV. It must reflect in your pricing. It must reflect in your pricing. Again, as at April, the inflation is about 20-something%. And inflation 13.9%. So inflation has also reduced. It's multi-TV, media, MultiChoice Ghana, many more adrian, I have third four paragraph na me. But native some case many honorable Sam George, I dream just a president moment intervenes, in fact, Nipa Cross sign away no Ghana ni. Omobeye, me dream say any among Kasaka cran quetchery. Because we shouldn't also send a signal to private entities, a bit more force, communist and an kind. Say, minister to me share private entities on tenable also.
Now, let me be clear. My mandate as minister in a free market economy does not extend to interfering in the pricing by private sector investors. Just like the Minister for Trade does not have the power to direct GUTA members to drop their prices unilaterally, the Communications Minister cannot unilaterally direct price reductions.
Yes, on one can send what to be. So that is allowed because we need lots of investments to come into the country on the microphone momentary corporate taxes near there. Again, so Ghana na manfo isu Nigeria at the end of that. So already DSTV already have a market anyway. Those are new illegal. Still, manfo be is momentary come on, so they will still not really lose much. What you say? But Ghana ni be lose corporate taxes. Manfo be judge money are there. So it's a choking. So we need to have a little bit of diplomacy in there. Now, another thing honorable Sam George kind to menene ya adwen. After some children menene ya adwen, baby am need DSTV nya adwen. What's Ghana population na? Yeah, 34.5 million. We honorable na de buy. Now, Osha, because we use dollar rating because Africa currency is different, so dollar there we all have a level playing field. Nigeria population here 23 million. Now we because it in Nigeria all from a simple mass. Infrastructure na Nigeria no so we need adults one. It's a cost so. the same infrastructure now no be put to Ghana population extra and they say we increase price no, it's just normal. But to the Ghana population 34.5 million, that compare country with is Angola with 37.9 million. Yeah, to premium $82 no, almost $33. Compact plus $54, almost $27. Compact $36, almost $18. Or the compare camp South Africa, you 82, almost 51. So there's a lot of inconsistencies. The so many DSTV, I expected some release when the buy no. Come back the taxes that they pay in Ghana. Why am I saying so? 2023 BBC. Ebra DSTV years omo beto omo niemema kosoro. As at 15 February 2023. Look at what they did. In the statement here Alex Ochiri assign, they detailed the taxes. Almost say in April 2022 when we last adjusted prices, the dollar was 7 cedi 54 the dollar rate was 7 cedi 54 pesos versus the current rate of 12 cedi 39 pesos. Into more kinds of paragraph. This is my reason. In 2023, when we're increasing prices, you compare the dollar rate then versus now. So if the dollar has stabilized in the last 6 months, then it is fair for people to demand the price reduction. It is fair. It is fair. Because my statement that in 2023, more compare CD rate. You know? So what has changed? DSTV. What has changed? Again, more can inflation. You have to say, year-on inflation at the end of December 2022 is 54.1% versus April 2022 number of 23.6%. The various adjustments you have announced is on the average of 19% increase, which is significantly below the current year-on-year inflation, which has increased by 30.5%. December, every president could follow more. Now inflation, if my memory serves, was around 23%. As we speak, inflation is around 13.9%. The Deloitte has been predicting a single-digit inflation by the end of the year. So based on the same metric, now I'm to 2 million in 2023, and they be a model. At the end, I'm statement we by Manchester because you know, say the macroeconomic indices, so please don't get me confused. What I'm saying is that maybe the Americans are young boko because they are one for better man. Moka Yemi and Nivea and other companies free Ghana now. Man for be share juma a TikTok Twitter for free Ghana a juma share no me misro because Charlie I've always told you that job one for near juma so that's my point. But once me stress president Mahama should intervene on about some judge Sunya ne boko kakra no. I also think that they are not the DSTV guys are not being fair based on these parameters I'm the amount. Komu tumu dia mutimi chirechiremu eye inflation statistical analysis. But the defender price na macroeconomic indicators na ye dia and you are not being fair to us. For that one, the DSTV, you are not being fair to us. So President Mahama should look at it. I know my views may not be too popular, but I mean it's my view. Yes. And that's why I encourage you to also share your video in the comment section. If you're new to say to subscribe, I'm going to click the bell notification. And the video be to my send it to be American here, Ghana and see you to message us over show I have a lot of videos. Let's watch checking the videos. Now, where's your comment? I'm sure I'll come. Bye bye.